Hey, what's up everybody? This video is for all the guys who are waiting on some of the oil burner nozzle videos I said I would do, and also for you guys who are watching my steam coil videos for the DIY steam degreaser tool. Basically what it comes down to, fellas, is I'm tired of building stuff without my hydrogen torch. I took this thing apart this winter, I'm sorry, to evaluate the state of the plates because I was not sure of what grade of stainless steel this is. So periodically you want to take them apart and clean the plates. This is a dry cell electrolyzer is what it's called, and come to find out, I scored on some free high grade 316 stainless steel because the plates were absolutely fine. I decided to make some changes, however, and make a more robust cell. This thing right here cranks over 1,000 amps of electrolysis current when it is at full power. At least that's about right around where I'm going to be running it at max. I'll be using it way lower than that, but I'm tired of building stuff without my hydrogen torch. This thing makes micro solder jobs so easy, and I've been doing a lot of builds and building a lot of these nozzles and stuff like this here, and I'm getting sick of using a massive propane torch to do it. It just makes for very sloppy work. They're overheating parts. So just letting you guys know what's going on, fellas. I did not give up on the DIY steam degreaser tool, and I'm also got quite a few guys want me to show them how to build that nozzle I was telling you about, and some of the videos I have the parts for it, guys. I'm just sick and tired of building stuff without my hydrogen torch, so I'm focusing all my energy on getting this bad boy back together. This right here, what we're looking at, is a diode array made of 3 bridge rectifiers connected in series. This here is an ultrasonic transducer. Essentially what that's going to be doing is consolidating microbubbles. And the advantages to that would take me quite a while to explain. But at any rate, I just want to show you guys why I'm preoccupied, why I'm not cranking out the oil burner videos, why I'm not cranking out the steam coil degreaser tool videos, or the monotube boiler videos. Those videos are taking off. I'm like amazed at the thousands of views I'm getting on the steam coil bits. So at any rate, that's what I'm doing, guys. I have not given up on that project. So a lot of you commenters who are giving me some really good feedback, I didn't bail on you, fellas. I'm just busy. I need this torch back. So here we are after many hours. The hardest part was getting these 2 plates dielectrically separated from each other. Once you start tightening things up, you start getting these scratches, and I made the holes bigger. They just kept lining up funky on me. At any rate, that's where we are in the build. I'm gonna leak test the thing, and once we get it set in place, I will probably put a light coat of paint on it. This is just rough construction, getting it ready for the leak test. Definitely pretty cool looking little machine. I also have to connect the jumper cables from the terminal ends. You don't want your electricity traveling all the way through the plate. You want both sides of the plate to have electrical connections. This here is an ultrasonic transducer. And what that will do is consolidate the micro bubbles so that I don't have an in-train flow of gas in my pump. It basically mitigates in-train flow, And I'm just concerned that a lot of that could cause some cavitation and all that in the pump. It doesn't serve the coolant system to have bubbles floating around in it. And it definitely improves the efficiency of the cell by pumping pure water rather than a trained flow back into the cell. The more bubbles we can knock off the plates in this cell, the higher the output's going to be. It's kind of a way of throttling the engine. Imagine you hook this thing up to electricity and you put the full amount of current you wanted to it, or that you could get into it with the electrical system you have, which is oftentimes a limitation, your electrical system that powers this cell. So let's say you had all the electricity you wanted, but you wanted to boost the cell's performance a little bit more. Well, one way to do that is to mitigate something called polarization. These cells, some of these plates get so much bubble stuck on the plates that it reduces the active surface area engaged in electrolysis. So the quicker you knock those bubbles off the plates, the faster the electrolysis process can happen and the more current the device can draw. The energy density of the plates goes down, or it goes up, I'm sorry, when the polarization takes place. So let's say you did some energy density calculations on your cell and you're all proud of yourself, and then come to find out you're rusting plates to death or just isn't behaving the way you thought. And that's because the energy density changes based on polarization. Polarization is a term used by people who build batteries to describe the accumulation of bubbles on the plates, the electrode plates. That reduces the available surface area for electrolysis. I'm beating this to death, but at any rate, by pumping fresh water, forced water, through the bottom of this cell, we will be able to increase the output of the cell. Despite having all the power we want, you're going to reach a limit of a certain level of performance. One way to get a little bit more performance, as I said, is to force electrolyte, pumped electrolyte. I would call it induced flow rather than a suction flow, which is usually caused by the bubbling. And you see the discharge has dual connections to allow for the gas production.